Hey, we back in here with another episode of Xpression. I got my guy Peso here, man. How you feeling, dog?
Shit, I'm all right, man. I'm excited to be here. I'm happy y'all hit me up. Let me come through.
Yeah, man. I love the internet because it allows you to build relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because like how you reached out and then just like yeah, man. Then how we jamming out now and vibing. Like it's dope that you can do that.
Yeah, that's how I met a lot of people that I work with now. Has just been through the internet. That's how I met all my close homies now. I met Seth. I got hip to his music on SoundCloud. Hit
Mhm.
him up for a feature, and followed him on Twitter. And we were just tweeting at each other one night, and he ended up saying, "Yo, come through to the show," and
Yeah,
went and saw him, chopped it up. He was talking about feed the people, and told me to come through and join it.
yeah,
So
man. That's dope. But yeah, I'm gonna run you through a few questions. We can get started, but um how did you find your passion? That's like my first question because I like to ask artists that and creatives in general.
yeah,
But how did you find your passion?
I think I was hip to it kind of early. I think I just kind of ignored it at first. Um, I was always into music at a young age. I listened to music constantly. My grandma put me on to tons of music, more of the rock side and stuff, and then my dad put me on to like all the rap, but like the Bee Gees and Al
Mm,
Green and Prince and stuff like that. So I
yeah.
was listening to a bunch of music at a young age, but I think around eighth grade is when I started like wanting to try to make music.
Hmm.
There was a bunch of people in my city at the time that were rapping or in a bunch of bands and stuff, and you know, we were just kind of all making music. I ended up buying like a shitty ass mic, and I had this old computer, and I put Audacity on it, and me and
Ha.
my
I
me and a bunch
used
of
Audacity. Yeah, for
yeah. I
sure.
use that for so long that I feel like I'm a master at it. I'm probably not now, but yeah, we would just make a bunch of songs all the time and just kick it. And I think cause I first moved up here when I was after I graduated,
Okay.
and I was going to Cleveland State for a couple months. And my one homie Quinn, he told me, he was like, whatever you do, like make sure you find someone that makes music, like
Mhm.
keep making music. He was like the first person to really like hear the potential in me and didn't want me to stop making music. And yeah, so when I went to Cleveland State, I had met this dude named Tristan, and we started working on music all the time. But yeah, I think I just found my passion at a young age. I just ignored it for a little while just because I didn't think it was
Do you
anything.
is there anybody that influenced you along the way? Family
Um,
member, anybody you just kind of looked at like, oh, that
uh,
inspired you maybe?
nah, not really.
No.
Um, nah, I didn't really have a lot of people in my family that were musical. A lot of my family all like served time in the military.
Okay.
A lot of my uncles and both of my parents. I didn't really have anybody that was musically inclined or even because I paint too. So
Oh, you do?
I didn't have anybody that was like that painted or anything. I just kind of naturally that's kind of naturally what I gravitated to was just art in general.
That's dope because my fiance, she's an artist, painter, drawer,
Yeah,
all that stuff,
yeah. I haven't
crafts.
painted in 2 years, but I kind of I don't know. I kind of just stopped for a little bit, but
Mm.
uh,
Kind of put your foot on the gas with this music, probably.
yeah. That's honestly what it was.
Yeah. Um. Let's talk about the album. Don't look down.
Mm.
Right. Um. How long did it take you to put the whole record together?
Yeah. I put my first project out April 2019, and
Okay.
I immediately, maybe like a month later, started working on this project. I already knew what I wanted to do sonically. I knew what sound I wanted to do, and my engineer Zach ended up moving to LA,
Hmm.
and so at that time I was kind of freaking out, like, damn man, like, because
Like
when
what you
you
gonna
when you get
do?
a relationship with an engineer, you don't want to work with no other
Oh
engineer. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? When you
yeah.
build that
Trust me. Yeah, I
chemistry,
know. I
you
know.
don't want to work with nobody
Hmm.
else. So when he moved, I was kind of like, damn, like I gotta rebuild this chemistry and stuff.
Right.
Cause he kind of peeped what I was trying to do. And then with all the quarantine and stuff,
But y'all didn't. send no files or nothing like that?
It was a lot of conversations. Like we talked on the phone all the time, and I was just like, cause like I'm the artist, like I'm throwing all this shit at the wall, and
Yeah.
he kind of takes it and like
Right,
organizes
inform,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, so I can.
Put the puzzle together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and cause if he didn't, I'd just be all over the place. But yeah, we
Mhm.
talked on the phone a lot. And he ended up moving back to Pittsburgh, where he's from, and I was just making the trips out there. I think I made the first trip for a weekend in May, and that's when we knocked all the first recordings of the project. And then I went back in August, and we went in and knocked out all the final recordings. And then like the next 3 months, just started refining the project,
Right,
adding,
piecing it
yeah,
together,
yeah.
adding
So
details.
like a year, 6 months or whatever. But
It's nice though, man. I really like it. It's soulful. That's the style I feel from you, like just the energy I get from
yeah,
your music and stuff like that. Like even when we was jamming and just like I can hear it, you know what I mean?
mm,
Where do you get that from? What do you
um,
think your like swag or your style comes from?
I think it's just from the music I grew up listening to. Like I grew up listening to a lot of Doors and Pink Floyd and um, Prince. Them people that got them kind of
Yeah.
slick voices and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
uh, I didn't really find my sound. It took a while to find my sound because I started taking music seriously like 2016 after I met Seth and Tone.
Yeah.
And recording my first project is when I kind of started finding my sound, like how I like to, like the melodies I like to use, the way I like to sing and use the inflections in my voice. But I think working on this project, I really started like refining it.
And as far as I can see, is that the track? Is that
Yeah,
the
as
record?
far as I see.
As
Yeah.
far as I see.
Yeah.
And touching on that record, that one is nice sonically, man. Like I really like that one. That's the sound that I really like from you, just that record.
Yeah.
Cause not every song on there don't sound the same,
Mhm.
but you still get that consistency of the soulfulness. But I like that about you because I don't like listening to records where it sound the same or got the same kind of pattern, like the same tempo, like everything flow the way it need to. Got different little tempos, little drops here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even the way you ride the beat. You know what I'm saying? Not just the beat itself. So I really think that's dope about you, man, for real.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs off the project.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my homie Zoe produced that.
Yes. That record is
Yeah, I
hard.
kind of. It's just one of them songs that like I immediately, started writing it while he
Just
was making the beat.
what it sound like, you just
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I got this.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And it was my first time trying to do something like that. I'm not the best singer in the world. That's something I'm definitely polishing up. But I don't know. It's like sometimes when you hear them songs and you just gotta let it go,
Right.
just let it rip.
Right,
So,
right. And the new single out, that's leading it, Pink Water.
Yeah,
That's a nice one too. Y'all can catch that performance here on the show when we get back to it. And that was a dope performance too, man. Like when artists knock it out quick,
mm,
get to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the record. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's
yeah,
just lights, camera, action at that point.
yeah.
Describe, or I don't know if you can answer this question, but if you could go back in time to gain knowledge from someone, who would it be?
Oof. Damn. They can still be alive, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
like
cool.
anybody, just
Uh,
but back like a time machine type of thing, where maybe some inspiration from some fallen ones.
yeah. Probably anybody from the '60s, like Jimmy, Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, any of them. Just because I feel like that time is just a. There was so much beautiful stuff going on,
Yeah,
and all the
I
music
agree.
was very soulful and very.
Mine's is Marvin Gaye back then.
Huh?
Mine's is Marvin Gaye back then.
Ah, yeah,
60s,
yeah.
70s and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that time everybody was just making art that was rebellious and
Right.
they felt like they needed their voices to be heard and their message to be heard. So there was just a lot of powerful music back then.
Yeah, man. And they can catch your record everywhere, right?
Yeah, Apple Music, Spotify.
Right.
I got a music video on YouTube.
Right.
So,
Y'all go catch
for
that.
that.
It'll be spinning on here too. Um, Before you get up out of here, we like to ask everybody this: what does expression mean to you?
Oh,
What does expression mean to Peso?
yeah. Damn. It's crazy too. That's such a hard question to answer because it's like, I couldn't live without expressing myself. But explaining like
Most
what is expression is a hard thing. But I don't know. I feel it's just like, damn. I feel like it's just
letting go,
yeah,
man.
getting your voice out there. I don't know. Yeah, just making sure you stand out. I guess just
Right.
standing out and just getting your voice heard.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are like, the artistic people are the ones that kind of are the black sheep of everybody else. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I just feel like the artistic, people, whether it be writing books or anything, they just
Creatives.
Got, they just
that's
got
what I like to say. Creatives.
loud ass voices.
Yeah,
and
man.
They need to be heard.
Yeah, man. And that wraps it up with another conversation. My boy Peso here.
Yeah.
Y'all go catch that. Peace.